Connection. IG, don't fail us now, okay? Don't get up here and embarrass me and Dexter in front of our friends, okay? Please don't. Please be kind to us tonight. Hi, everybody. Y'all, the people are starting to come. Y'all come on in. Have a seat. It's good to see you guys. How's everybody doing? If you're in the Northeast of the USA, you're probably under some rain right now. Yeah. Hey, V Brown baby, how you doing? David the Realist 21, Eric Khan. Hi, Savvy, my baby brother, DJ Kev. How y'all doing? How your mama doing? Hey, sweetie, 48, mommy. So guys, I want to preface this with this. I don't know if Dexter is on here. I apologize for my lateness because we start around 6-ish. But mommy, I'm blaming you for my lateness this time around. And I will explain. Oh, here comes Dags. Hi, Pink Butterfly. How you doing? Hi, Daddy. Crack Daddy Cairo. And my real dad. I wasn't calling Crack Daddy Cairo Daddy. I'm just waiting for Dex to come on. All right. Dex, you see it? Let's try it again. Okay. Oh, there you go.
I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. How have you been? It's been forever.
You know, I'm gonna say no, been no damn forever. I saw your black ass a couple of weeks ago at Brandon's birthday.
Yeah, but I haven't seen you on the live with the team. Hello.
You know how black people do. Yeah, we had to excuse the regularly unscheduled broadcast. Guys, shit just got out of hand because we already had talked about like formatting a bit more and when we were going to take breaks. So we had every intention on taking a break. I think we were going to do like the last 2 weeks of December, but that shit came early. Christmas came early.
Hey, Mr. Smack, how's it going? I was telling Toy the other day, what did he post the other day that I was laughing? Oh, I can't say it on here. I forgot.
We just gonna say, hey, Sherry Shepherd.
That was a good post.
Daddy is, oh, that man is just a gem. He's so, you guys think I'm expressive? No, that's the orator for real of the family. But I'm gonna blame mommy. I see you in here a little earlier. I'm gonna blame her for me being a little late today because I was so excited at 6 o'clock. But these earrings are the reason why I couldn't. I had to go find something because my mama. I don't know if you guys had a young black mother in the 80s and like you were born in the 80s. I wish you would walk out this house or be seen without no damn earrings. Put them on.
Really?
Yes, and Kelly's house being her, and it's so funny because she said her mother was the same way. Like, I know you ain't leaving without no earrings. So that's always a little like thing with me. Normally I like for the show I'll do like a little stud for it because I'll be like, but I really don't feel right if I do not have earrings on. Somebody like Entertain Me said, whoops, that's my mama.
That's what I never, women have it so hard. Y'all got to do a lot of work that we do not have to do.
Well, it depends on what you subscribe to, because look at her in the comments talking about, yep. So this is why I was late, because my earring set, I couldn't find it, so I had to put the danglies on for tonight. Entertain Me said, oh my God, my mom would stop at a corner store if we were outside. Absolutely. And look, Entertain Me right now, the look for that, the good CVS got them good cheap earrings.
So it's dinner time, and I want people, hold on once.
Here we go with this month.
Can you hear me?
Here this boy goes. I can hear you. Go ahead.
It's dinner time. I have to turn my Wi-Fi off. My Wi-Fi gets a little crazy back here. It's dinner time, and I just signed a new partnership with Slim Fast to help people lose weight, drop that holiday weight, and get fresh and get right for 2023. It's right around the corner, but let's start right now. Grab you a nice cold glass of Slim Fast and join the challenge. Get like me. Mm.
So, so you got the Slim Fast endorsement and the Weight Watchers endorsement. I was expecting the lettuce to come out because that if you want to give them after you swallow, after it get down your throat, you want to give a PSA about what you should be eating as well.
Well, you got to do one or the other. You can if you. We're not gonna be pigs. You're not gonna eat a cup of lettuce and drink Slim Fast. It's one or the other. We do one for lunch. We do one for dinner. We can't. We're trying to lose weight here, people. Come on.
Pick your poison.
Yeah, you can't be doing both.
You know what I'm saying? I can't stand you behind. Like Dexter. You're a gem. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this before, but you are a gem.
I'm going to post the official commercial on my social media page so you guys can always look at it for inspiration.
Don't forget the hashtag ad.
Ad. Hashtag ad. Paid partnership.
Can I tell you, I am so damn happy that hashtag ad trend is over.
Why are we doing this?
Like, it bothered my soul every time I saw it.
The people who were, I'll put it this way. I was working with talent at the point. I was like, because essentially like a talent manager at the time. And like they had to do this. My talent had to do it. Otherwise, it gets, like FCC regulated or whatever, right? And like, it just seemed as if like people outside of the industry were kind of like doing it. And it's like, you're not getting paid for this. And you know what else y'all do that really drives me crazy? And I really wanted to stop. Y'all have this tendency, like y'all will literally go to Giant and make a meal and tag Giant. Be like, thank you, Giant. Go to Popeyes. Like, thank you, Popeyes. If you paid for it, you don't got to thank nobody. You thank you because you paid for it. You thanking these people like they gave it to you for free. Y'all got to stop that. That's crazy.
Woo, child, the delusion. That's what time is it? I didn't get a chance. I guess it was like 6:06 when we started. So that's what I'll go with. It was something else I was going to say when it came to that. It was like you said, it was okay, like if you're doing it like work wise, but a lot of these months they wasn't doing like if you do something that's the trade off, but just do a post. You ain't got to do no damn ad. Stop it. It's delusion. And one thing I'll notice they'll like I'll have like when you order clothes, there's this site called Wolf and Badger that I like to order from there from time to time when I want to treat myself to something special. And now all of the pages they'll have, when you wear your look, make sure you tag us so we can find you. Bitch, where my check at? Nothing else shit.
Like you realize I pay for this. You realize when you do that, the only thing you're doing is providing this company with free advertisement.
Exactly. What have you done for me other than send out the shit that I motherfucking ordered? I wish I would.
Oh, Tuscan_leather. That's an interesting name. They said Slim Fast. Yes, we are selling Slim Fast. If you need us to get you some or whatever, you go to slimfast.com and use the code Dexter to get $22 off of your pack of Slim Fast.
Okay.
And let me know how it works out. Tag me in your posts when you drink your Slim Fast.
When you get your discount, let me know how it goes.
Look, tag me, let me know if it works. I'll be as surprised as you are.
You are king fucking troll, and this is why I love you so much. That you did this years ago for the very first time, I think, at work, when this was pre-Rona, and it was clearly a joke. I think I ordered something from Fashion Nova, and you were like, he said, let me get that real quick. So I took a picture of it, and you were like, get all your latest threads or something. Fashion Nova. And to have people in the fucking comments like, you go, boy, you do that.
They were so proud. And I don't even think at the time, I don't even think Fashion Nova sold men's clothes. I think it was just clothes. Well, look, when the folks support, they support,
They support, but guess what? Y'all know y'all can't be believing everything on the internet.
Don't believe nothing that I post ever.
Next, keep on talking. I'm gonna open up my window a little bit.
Hi guys. I didn't know where to go with this, but I really do hope everyone had a good and happy and blessed Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments now. Are you guys still eating Thanksgiving leftovers? Thanksgiving was what, last Thursday? Are you guys still
y'all better to fuck
leftovers, or
y'all better to fuck not be eating that shit?
Or is it too late? You have to throw them in the garbage. I'm really curious to know if you guys are eating your Thanksgiving leftovers still. I actually do still have cake left over, and I don't know if I'm still able to eat it. Can you eat that still?
Throw the cake out. You don't need it.
Oh, they said no, everything's going. Y'all be lying so much. Like, this also bothers me because now everybody's no, I don't have no Thanksgiving leftovers. Y'all the same people who be warming up crab legs the next day after. So I don't believe y'all. Because if you eat crabs the next day after, you probably eat Thanksgiving leftovers until Christmas. That's what I think.
I honestly thought crabs was like a one day done.
If you warm up crab legs, you can't afford to eat crab legs.
Probably ain't got no health insurance neither.
If you're warming up crab, yeah. Look, some things you just throw it in the garbage. Like once it's over, it's over.
Somebody said, entertain me said, I'm definitely going to eat crabs the next day. I'm just thinking, growing up, I love the random shit that pops up on this show. Because growing up, like, we would go and, like, our parents would take us on, like, little picnics, and we would have crabs and take them, but we never, I felt like how we did it, we would just, whatever didn't eat, you just throw it out or give it to somebody, but you don't eat them the next day.
People,
I guess you can.
That they eat crabs the next day. Guys, look, I'm judging, but I just, okay, sure. Is it good? Like, y'all like it?
So there's another question I have. So when you guys eat them the next day, do you warm them up? Like, because reason why I'm asking this, because I went out a couple of weeks ago and I had gumbo and there was a crab leg in the gumbo. So I'm like, okay, I didn't eat it. So the next day, once I heated the gumbo up, I was like, well, do you heat? I'm confused. What do I do with this crab leg? Like, do you heat it up? But I just threw it all in there and saw what happens. Open it. I said, no, you don't heat it up. And I guess, well, who the fuck is steaming the leftovers? I'm sorry.
I just think that's a lot of work to do. And honestly, maybe this is why I'm here. Because I'm eating crabs. They are going to be gone that day. Like, there's no leftover crabs. Like, the crabs are gone. I don't have leftover crabs. I get, like...
Yeah, okay. So I guess with this, maybe this conversation has never come up before because we're getting... some people said, I'm not wasting crabs. Some people said, no, you don't eat them leftover. Let's see if this goes.
One more question, Thanksgiving related, and then we're going to jump into some, I think, local news.
Yes.
Yes or no? And yes, I'm going to judge you, but it doesn't matter. Yes or no? Did anything from your Thanksgiving dinner come out of an air fryer? The answer is yes. Whatever.
Go to hell.
If the answer is yes, then, your grandma probably made tacos. And that's okay. That's okay if your grandma made tacos. But if you warmed up food in an air fryer for Thanksgiving, I can guarantee you were raised by your grandma on eating tacos. For sure.
You mean cooked it or warmed it up in the air fryer?
No, cooked something from the air fryer to take the Thanksgiving dinner. People was putting food in the air fryer. They make salmon and stuff in there. I don't do that.
Y'all sound crazy. Y'all doing too much with the air fryer. And speaking of air fryer, I saw the one girl right before the holiday. She was cooking live crabs right in the air fryer. What's wrong with y'all? And guess what? Her mother must have been, what you say, making in the morning for making them to eat? Her grandma must have made her tacos too, and she was a white woman.
My grandma never. My grandma don't even know what she's dead now. But my grandma didn't even know what a taco was. Like, she would never cook no taco. But y'all grandmas was cooking tacos.
Don't do that because it's regional too. If your grandmother, maybe if you're from the West Coast or possibly the South now, but if you think about it, the Mexicans are everywhere now. So everybody gonna be eating tacos in Iowa.
Well, now the grandmoms are 40 years old, so they, of course, are making they're eating tacos. I'm talking about our generation. Like the grandmas wasn't 40 before. Grandmas are 40 now. And 40-year-old grandma was gonna whatever.
Y'all get in here and make these tacos, and that's all Nana know how to make, huh? It's tacos.
Well, can't relate.
Tacos and crab legs. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us and having fun with us tonight. We're going to get into a little bit of local news. We got another busload of asylum seekers here. I think this is busload number 4. So I expect more to come.
You want me to talk about this, or you just want to mention it?
What's your comfort level with this? If you sound like you have something to say, go ahead, Dexter.
Really? Like, really? This is really, we okay with it? Like, really? Like,
well, Kamala wasn't, because they put her out when they dropped them off outside her house. She was mad at it. Texas, and I don't blame Texas, send them up there.
I understand that Philadelphia proclaims themselves to be a sanctuary city, but like, it's weird. Like, I don't necessarily know if I realized that immigration was a problem before until this. And I think the point that they're trying to make is like, people are coming over here illegally and we have no place for them. You guys are okay with this, so we're going to send them over there to you. And we got to be okay. We have to pretend like we're okay with this. This is why I'm like, let's not jump into like a full Republican Democrat kind of thing. Like, let's kind of like be in the middle.
What makes sense?
Yeah, like whatever makes the most sense. Like, let's not kind of like, we got to do everything that the Republicans want, everything that the Democrats want. Some of their stuff is crazy. Like a busload of immigrants to, and I don't care where they come from, Mexico, Spain, whatever. Like, wherever. I don't really want them here. Let's figure something out.
I'm not going to say I don't want them here, because I'll go back to say this is what America has always been.
I don't mean I don't want them here. Like, come, because they bring food that we've never had before. Come, like, whatever. But what I'm saying is, I don't want this busload stuff. If they're coming there and they're in Texas, like, Texas, that's your problem. Y'all figure it out. Like, don't throw them over here to us. Like, I don't like that.
Well, Texas, they were like, we're trying to tell y'all it's our problem. It is a problem down here. Y'all think it's not. Okay, so we'll put them on a busload and send them to where they need to go, since you're saying that there's no issue down here. So it's just, I just don't understand why you're bringing people here. And I think this was the thing that was very alarming and jarring to me when I heard on the news today, where they were like, yeah, they're here. And a few of them, a good portion of them still don't have a place to go. Well, motherfucker, they didn't have a place to go down there. Like, why are you bringing people up and not making sure we have the proper accommodations for these people? I mean, yes, maybe there is like a holding place for them, but I wish we just need to tackle this a little bit better on our side of things. America has the tendency, and it's like I said, I don't mind how Texas is handling this, because America has a tendency to sit there and be like, oh, there's no problem. It doesn't affect me, so the problem doesn't exist. And Texas said, I'm sick of that. Yes, there is a problem. We feel bad for these people, but we do need a bit more stricter immigration laws, in my most humble opinion.
And I think another big thing, maybe back in the day, I feel like if they were to do this, they wouldn't tell us. Maybe just don't tell me about it. Do what y'all do. Just keep it a secret from me. If y'all gonna put the bus or whatever, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do, just don't let me know about it. Because now I've been seeing news waving like we welcomed them here, and it's just like, this is a mess. Like, this is stupid.
But it's so funny, because I never want to say, because the shoe could always be on the other foot. Actually, Austin Andre Mom made a good point. She said poverty abuse is what poverty abuse is what.
Yeah, can we get the auto insurance policy?
Do you hear that?
Nope.
what the fuck is going on?
No, it was,
Last time was,
I had my notes up, and it was on like some tabs, and it started playing a video on the tab.
oh, I'm like, what the motherfucker? Police is listening to us. But she says that's what United States claim. The United We Stand is what she's saying, because basically that's what the U.S. was stated for. Ah, damn, probably lost my thought after that. No, so this is also why I look at it too. Real-ish, I low-key have issues with the Canadians right now. And this is why. Because if you watch The Handmaid's Tale, you know right now, if you subscribe to The Handmaid's Tale, you know right now America has been taken over. There's no more USA. It's whatever. It's MAGA and the craziest. That's where we're under. Well, the refugees from the U.S. have to go somewhere. So, of course, your borders, you're going to go to Canada. I don't like how the Canadians, how y'all treating us over there. Y'all supposed to be so nice and kind. And y'all over there mad that we sitting up there in y'all neighborhoods because we ain't got nowhere to go. What's wrong with y'all? We living in a house.
The Canadians said, we gave y'all Drake. What more do y'all want from us? Actually, they gave us Drake and Pamela Anderson. Like, what more do y'all want?
We're trying to give you the fuck back, Tory Lanez. Take it.
They don't want that. They don't want that. And SO Bro 70 said Philly's not taking care of their own. And I think truthfully like that's my issue with it. Like I don't like helping other people out. I think that we should be helping people. But the way this out is messy. And to say like this is what the United States was founded on. Right. The United States, not just Philadelphia. Texas is a if we're gonna do this, we have to do this together. It's not just I'm gonna ship my problem off to somebody else and y'all figure it out and y'all deal with it. Like that's my big
that's BS. And then there are plenty of states in the US that really don't have that much of a population. So why wouldn't you send them, why would you send them to someplace like here where we already have a horrible homeless problem and a drug problem if you've ever been up to the Kensington area. So I'm just like, make it make sense. Of course, yes, let's take people on. But y'all got your own shit that's going on that y'all got to figure out too. So that's just where I am. Do I think you take them? I mean, sending a message by sending them to DC, Philly, and New York, because I mean, I guess if it was sent into the middle of America, you wouldn't have, maybe it wouldn't be a story.
That's
here comes the conspiracy theorist.
But you did mention some problems that Pennsylvania has, and one of the problems that Pennsylvania does have is a crime problem. And that is the reason why the Senate, which is run by Republicans, they voted today to impeach or to introduce impeachment articles for Larry Krasner of Pennsylvania. Yeah. Now, the reason... And his trial. And it's not just him. There's a trial that's going to be coming in January. And it's not just they're going across the country. And they're looking at areas that are filled with crime and have issues with crime because the people that are there in power, they are more progressive when it comes to crime. And that is something that Larry Krasner has been accused of a lot. Like, he's very progressive when it comes to crime and letting people out of jail and all that kind of stuff like that. And they're looking to impeach him. He has until December to cop a plea with them, but, like, I don't think that he will. He said that this is just a political witch hunt. He didn't use the word witch hunt. That's something that Donald Trump would say. But he said this is politics, basically. They're going after him because they have the power to do that now. What do you think?
So what is the main reason they're just going after him? What's the correlation again? One more time. Because
he's too progressive on crime. And again, he's not the only person that they're doing this to. They're saying crime in the country is a problem. And the only way to get rid of it is to get rid of people who are super progressive on crime. Like, they need somebody really like a law and order kind of president, a law and order kind of person. Somebody who, if you get locked up, you get arrested, depending on what the offense is, you're staying in there. There are some things that we've had with like bail and stuff like that that allows criminals out faster under him. So I don't necessarily disagree with it. I kind of agree with it, to be honest with you.
With Larry's point of view?
No, with like the Senate, like to say like, hey, look, this part you're soft on crime. That's a problem, and we need to stop.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with them. I think that. I look at it like this. If you're in office, right? You're in office, you see that this is happening in your city. or your state. You see that this is happening. This crime is crazy. Specifically city, though, because it's in Philadelphia for the most part, but it's all over.
So,
But you see Philadelphia is doing horrible with crime, and you don't do anything about it.
anything.
And the numbers keep rising. The homicide numbers keep rising. You're not doing anything about it. Then you kind of have to go. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I don't want to say it's just Larry Krasner. Right now we see our chief of police and the mayor. I mean, I know the three of them work together, but and I'm all for progression, but it has to be progression in the right direction. Because we do know there are plenty of people sitting behind bars for things that it's like, and you've been in here for how long? Over this stupid shit? Like,
And Larry
what?
Krasner is the district attorney in Philadelphia, just to put that out.
Yeah. So certain, I'm sorry.
No, I was agreeing with what you said. There are people who are locked up for. You know what I will take this back to, and I don't necessarily. Actually, I kind of enjoy being this person because we always say like my vote doesn't count. Like, what is my vote for? So forth and so on. This is elected officials who are doing this. So, like, if you're in Pennsylvania, specifically Philadelphia, and you have family members who are in jail or who benefited from getting out of jail fast under Larry Krasner, if he gets impeached, right, and you didn't vote, this is your fault. Like, it's your fault. Like,
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Real life examples of what happens when people do or don't vote. I like that.
Yeah, no, I guess we'll see, but no, we definitely need, especially here in this city, we definitely need to be harder on the crimes that you need to be harder on. So when it's like crimes of manslaughter or you're a harm or hindrance to somebody's life, yes, no, you need to stay where you are. But I mean, now, luckily, we see when it comes to the petty, like, drug crimes, if you got a little bit of weed on you, no. Let them, and they have no priors prior to, and you're allowing them to just sit there and waste away. So, yes, progression does have to be had, but what's happening right now, the state of Philadelphia, Larry, ain't looking too good for you right now because you're giving the people a reason to be like, all right, get them out of here. Let's bring something else in because what this trifecta we got going, it ain't doing nothing.
And I'm not going to say that I think people selling drugs and all that kind of stuff is okay, but I don't think a person doing anything with drugs is as bad as somebody killing somebody. So if you got sitting in jail for drug-related charges and then you got people that are killing people, I think we need to say, like, okay, this is obviously worse because of what they did.
Yes.
And do something about that.
And I guess they're rushing this along. It's making news because next year we will have it's the mayoral race right now. I want to say it's unprecedented, at least in this area from what we know of. We have 8 people on the ballot to be the mayor of Philadelphia. So, I mean, I guess it's good to see that there is a lot of eagerness behind it because the city, we're damn near in dire straits at this point. So I want to say it's a lot of excitement. This is the time if you want to make real change for the better, real change, progression for the better. This is the time to put your bid in. But what do you think? I guess I want to say, do you think this causes more of, because so many different people are running this time around, it creates more of an uneasy foundation for the perspective of the people?
Well, I can only speak for me in this situation. I will say that in 2006, right before the last election, so it was before 2000. But I remember when we started to get, like, Republicans started to announce that they're going to run. Donald Trump was one of them. It was a bunch of Republicans running at the same time. Mitt Romney, all of them were all running. Not Mitt Romney. Jeb Bush, and all of them are running at the same time. And to me, it was so distracting. And at the time, I was a registered Republican, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be around this many people fighting with each other. I want to be a part of a party that's a little bit more unified. Put one person up there. I only want one person, 1 or 2 people or whatever. Like, let them duke it out, and the best one goes. But the fact that there's 10 and 12 people thinking that they can do the job the best, that's not a good thing to me because that shows no confidence in anybody else, any of the other leaders. If you have a distinct leader, then there's no reason for a bunch of other people to throw their hat into the race. Like, and I'm also looking at this for the next presidential election. I'm not saying necessarily that Joe Biden needs to be the one that runs because he's 80 years old. So I can understand him running. But if y'all give us 7 different Democrats, that's a problem. Because
yeah, absolutely,
have a person in Joe Biden, like he should be well respected enough to say like, hey guys, I'm going to endorse this person, and people should be able to get behind that person. And if we can't, then we run into the Republican situation from a couple years ago, where it's 100 of them, and I'm not respecting that. Same way when it comes to being the mayor of Philadelphia.
Come on. So that's why I'm like, it's just, buckle up, kids. It's going to be a bumpy ride. That's all I got to say. And then also, when you have a lot of these names they're throwing in a hat, and I don't even know you. I don't know what you've done. You've come out of nowhere, and you think that you deserve to be the mayor of a city, and no one knows who you are until you just put your bid in. Like, that's the shit that we really need to focus on. I feel like a lot of them, they all do it for clout a lot, but it's like, no, like, are you doing it for your own gains, or for your own gains, or for the gains of the people? Because that's the mindset you need to have going in there. Sorry. I think everything stopped for me.
I see there's a comment that says, no, not all Democrats think the same, so we have to find a person that speaks for the majority. Like, that's the point I just made.
Yeah.
It's great. Everybody doesn't think the same way. But if everybody does not think the same way, and all 10 of us throw our hats in the race, that's a problem. That's like a really, really big problem. And before we get to the point where we're all running, we need to look at it and say, like, okay, like, I can align with this person. Truthfully, the way they did it with Joe Biden towards the end of his campaign, where a lot of the people against him ended up working for him and working with him. Like, that's what it needs overall. Still get your still show what you need to show, but like, all of us can't compete with each other. And how bad is the city if 10 people are trying to run for mayor? Like, everybody sees it, like, it's that bad? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I think that maybe the shoe was on the other foot if it was that good. Like, if we were living in Pleasantville and everybody's like, I want a piece at it, I want to run Pleasantville because it's amazing. So, but right now where we are, we're in hell.
Yeah, and
all of y'all gonna be saviors.
We're doing that bad that all these people feel like I can take a stab at it. That's, to me, that's scary. Like, when it's like kind of like babysitting or whatever, right? When the baby is good, you got the good baby that sleeps through the night and stuff like that. Okay, like, you know, I can babysit the baby. But then when it's like everybody wants to babysit your baby because your baby is so bad, which means they want to discipline the baby and do this, that, and the third, that's not good. That's bad.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. You're right. Well, the baby, we'll bring that up. I got a couple of more announcements, just little topics to bring up, and then we'll get into the baby. A couple of updates recently. So there has been an update in the Shanquella Robinson story. If you guys, well, I'm sure you remember because it's just been the topic of all headlines lately. It's the girl who, I believe, 25-year-old woman lost her life in Mexico after vacationing with her friends, and caused by a fight. They basically beat that woman to death and left her there. Didn't beat her to death, so she was almost dying, and then left her there to die. Well, the Mexican, the federales have put out an extradition for the girl who was on camera beating her. So at least we do have progress there. But really, now I know the Mexicans, they can probably only go after the girl, but every last friend that was there that has part, there has to be some type of reckoning for you guys. But let's just say, if it don't happen in the law, because it did happen on foreign land, streets ain't gonna let you live out here. You will have miserable lives because how the people are, you see how shit blow up. Oh, you did something crazy? Let me get on this phone and call these people jobs and get you fired. And like, public opinion a lot of times will kill you more than the actual court system. And for that girl going down there, and if you get locked up in Mexico, y'all think this shit is fun. Even to the Brittany Griner, like, for what she's going through, y'all better start watching Locked Up Abroad. That'll teach you a lot before you out here traveling. Me and my ex, he's the one that got me into it, but he was one of those people on all of those shows. But just the shit, and I've been watching it for years, the stuff that you see on there, places I never want to go to. I don't want to go to jail anyway. But if I, these are the places you don't want to go: Russia, Mexico, Thailand. I would say those are the top 3 places. China too. There's certain places you just don't want to be in jail. So any other bird brain ideas, if anybody else thinks it's like, oh, I'm going to take and access my plan in another country, fuck around with them. This ain't, here in our jails, they be having game nights and they be having barbecues. It's summer camp there. They be on Instagram and TikTok. It's not the same in another country. So stop it. But I really do hope that that family finally receives some justice for their baby being just ripped from them well before her time. So we'll see what happens with that. And then earlier this week, it must have been yesterday, if news broke that there was a...
Wait, I'm curious. Have you ever been on a trip, like a trip with friends, and like y'all got into it, like an argument or something?
I don't travel with those kind of people.
So I don't know. Like, a part of this story to me just, so like, how do I put this? What happened was unfortunate, and I think what happened was completely wrong, right? But like the girl who is being extradited to Mexico, I understand that like what you did caused harm. I do understand. But like, if the intention wasn't to kill the other person, like we literally just got into it, and like anger got the best of this person, whatever, and they fought. Well, she attacked the girl. I don't know. Like, a part of me is kind of like, yes, like what happened was wrong or whatever, and it was terrible, and like what you did led to this person's death, so you have to be responsible for that. But I feel like when it comes to like the court of public opinion in this situation, I feel like we're coming from a place of just like general compassionate. Like, we think that what happened was horrible to this girl and it shouldn't have happened. But like, I don't know. I don't.
This is what I see what you're saying. And yes, there is 1000% validity to that. The issue for me was when y'all got on that fucking plane and left that girl there without checking on her well-being. So I think that's the group collective. Because even say, I mean, I guess I've gone on vacations, and you know, a lot of times girls be together too close. Sometimes you get a little irritable sometimes. But to the point where I'm not understanding why it got physical. Like, this isn't Housewives. And I also feel like in the Housewives, they do this for TV and for a good, healthy check. Regular people on the street, you shouldn't be doing it if you are. But you and I had a discussion a couple of days ago regarding violence and just how acceptable it is around the youth. For case in point, I mean, this is just something that I had was recently at a concert, and I was walking the pavilion area, and there were a group of teenagers, and they were sitting there, and they were like fighting. But the fighting, and it turned out to be play fighting, but it was so damn aggressive. Like, the one girl, I don't even know if I do know one was a girl, the other one could have been a guy, like, I don't know. But what caught my attention, because one of them was like thrown up against the wall, so you heard the thud. And then like the hands were around the neck.
In public?
And I was in public at a concert. And I stopped and I looked at them and I said, y'all need to stop this. Like, they will kick y'all out of here. Like, that's not okay.
That's what you said.
And of course they look hot.
That's what you said, Grandma. That's what you said.
That's what Grandma said. I grew up slap boxing with my brothers and friends and this like that and shit like that. But I'm like, the aggression behind it. And I'm just like, what? Like, usually when you were slapboxing and stuff like that, you could clearly see we're playing. Now with these kids or these youth and how they're doing, look, the grandma here talking here, how these children is out here playing, a lot of times the way y'all play, it can go too far. And I do think it could have been one of those situations where, because you heard the one guy in the video, get up. You just gonna let them hit on you. They probably didn't realize how badly she had been hurt. But my thing where you went wrong, when all of you raggedy motherfuckers boarded that plane. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Y'all boarded that damn plane without checking on that girl. So the fact that,
that part, because I thought they knew that she was dead before they left, because they called her parents and said she had alcohol poisoning.
That's what, no, she wasn't dead because it came out that little later on. She didn't die until the hospital, and they tried to resuscitate her after that. So they were worked, so she had been alive.
And that's when they, but see, I read that they called someone to the room to try to like resuscitate her, and she was alive then. And then they need to take her to the hospital, and then they said no, you can't take her to the hospital. So I assumed that, like, this story,
yeah, there's so much going on around it.
It's too many moving parts. There's too many opinions on it, and that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, a part of me is kind of like scared to really think, like, you know what it is? I think it's because I think about my own friends, right? And even if I did go out on a trip with my friends and we got to fighting and we physically fought each other, which I couldn't imagine happening. Say that happened. We fought each other. I just really couldn't imagine them hurting me and then like leaving me there dead. Like, I don't know.
Thank you.
I just think that that's the part where I'm kind of stuck. And thinking, I'm just a little bit more like skeptical. Like, I just can't believe anybody did that. And I think that's the part that's so hard for me. Even seeing the video of them fighting was shocking to me, because friends don't go on trips and fight each other. So like, that was shocking. No. Like, I don't know. I just find it so hard. And I know people are crazy and disgusting these days. I just find that hard to believe that anybody would willingly do that. Not just one person, but a group of people will be okay with that.
Yeah, I think it was something that might have just got out of hand. But again, how you guys handled it. If it was one of them situations where people just, they get scared and you don't know how to act in those moments, what happened, what like throws all of that out the window was boarding the plane and leaving. Nobody sat there with this girl, went to the hospital with her. Like, nobody did anything. So to me, that where it throws in the possibility of, what was this plan? Was that your intent to get her down there to do that?
Because also, like, how did we get her? How did that video come out? Like, and why? Like, if we were all like, oh, we messed up in this situation, let's get out of here, let's go, whatever. Why do we release the video? Like, I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to take time. We're not going to get a full picture on this. I'm expecting, like, possibly, definitely after the new year. I would say like the end of Q1 will probably start.
Q1? You're
listen,
at work.
Look, now, especially the job that I do, I'm always thinking on that calendar now. So, like, by the end of probably, and I'm like thinking the end, so like March-ish, we'll probably get more of a real picture. But hopefully the police are doing what they need to be doing what needs to be done. I love that the Mexican authorities are stepping up, and because at first they were getting heat for y'all not taking this serious at all. So it is nice to see that they're putting real attention to this.
And I saw a comment that says, why would they record it if they plan to kill her? I think another question outside of that I would raise to you is, why was it posted after she was dead? So
thank you.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, that was put out there was just a dumb decision in general. And I don't think the intention was to necessarily kill her, but I do think that they could have wanted to hurt her.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The person who released the video should have gone to the cops. Yep. And that was SL Bro 70, and Shorty Page 71 said they took her luggage to her parents' house and left it on the porch. So it's just,
I hope that that's not true.
I hope not either. We'll see. That's what I say. I'm gonna give it till March so we get a full picture of what went the hell down. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And this is what all y'all got to come into it, because if the legal system don't handle it right, trust me, you're done. Like, you might want to change your names or something, and maybe get a face implant. How Casey Anthony doing? We ain't seen her lately.
So, she's a documentary out. She's a documentary out that's on Hulu or Peacock. I think it's on Peacock. It literally just released, I want to say, yesterday. I didn't watch it yet. I'm going to watch it. But yeah, she's
okay.
Documentary today.
Nice little documentary check. Well, let me tell y'all black asses ain't getting no damn check. Do know that. Damn, ain't nothing gonna blow over. So I hope y'all stop doing shit for clout out here. Somebody said it was probably it happened on the live. Why are y'all? And we see it all the time, and people subscribe to it on a regular. I mean, we've got Krishan and Blueface running around out here beating on each other. Of course, the masses think that this is okay.
Let me tell you this: if I'm on a trip with my friends and we get to fighting, and somebody pulls out a phone and they put it on the live, you actually probably better kill me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, because somebody in here gonna die, and I'm gonna pray it's not me.
That's
mm-hmm. And a room of people who I think are my friends. My friends. Yeah, it's a problem. And then we have this other disgusting ass human being, Austin Lee Edwards. They're trying to spin it and saying the former police officer of a police officer in Virginia. He decided to catfish a teenage girl, jump in his car, drive to Riverside, California. His plan was to abduct her. And to do that, to get his hands on her, unfortunately, he killed her grandparents and her 38-year-old mother. People are now, and the thing it is what it is, it's disgusting, it's sad, it's horrible. Am I shocked that it was a sitting police officer? Absolutely. I mean, I guess that's the shocking thing, but it's a lot of sick shit happening in police stations all around the fucking country. This is not germane to this person.
I think I think for me, like, bigger than the guy who did this is like the child. Like, the child is obviously what trusted them. Like she trusted him to give him personal information. I think look, just pay attention to what your children are doing.
Please, y'all.
This girl gave out y'all address. Like, this man knew way too much information about y'all. People are unstable out here. You have to be careful with that. I truthfully, I really don't understand privacy when it comes to children in your own home. I don't subscribe to it. I don't have children, but I don't think that I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't allow you to have that much privacy where you are talking to people and I don't even know who you're having a conversation with. I need to know as your parent. I need to know. Because now,
why is your door closed in my house?
Huh?
Why your door closed? That's the house. So I grew up. What is your door?
Our doors, but like they would like look at our phones and stuff like that.
What the? Pay more attention. And a lot of times when it comes to the parents, especially like people who have older parents, don't let the technology scare you, because you do have some parents that are like, oh, I don't know that stuff. Like, oh, that's not an excuse. Your brain is functioning. It works. It might take a little bit more time, but you can learn this technology. It's so imperative, because how it's damn near the Wild West. Your kids are fucking exposed. No, you cannot protect them from everything out there in the world, but you can damn sure monitor it a bit more. Something has to give, but this is very sad, and it didn't have to happen, but just prayers for the family. But
they found the girl in this guy's car, and she is fine. Like, no issues with her, but like she now has to go where? Her family. Apparently, I'm assuming the father was not in the life, considering it seems like she stayed with the grandparents and the mother. So where's this poor baby going to go after? I don't want to say after it blows over, but once we lay her parents to rest, and this animal is there real justice behind it? And I think that's what's bothering me in the press, because that's why I say always kind of believe the initial stuff that pops up, because they were like a sitting police officer. Now you start looking it up. Oh, a former police officer. Stop playing. So they said there was a record of him resigning in October, which was less than a month ago. But even at that,
after resigning, they said they pulled it up and they saw that he was still active, but in another town, like as a police officer. So we what happened to that police reform? But any programs still working on that, or is that left with 20? Did that leave with 2020?
I don't know. Like, if even it's weird that I don't know. That's the police reform is such a silly thing, to be honest with you, especially in a city like Philadelphia. Like, you can't reform the police because the city's out of control. Like, it doesn't make any sense. We really are in like a really bad shape. Like, maybe I should run for president.
Run it. I'll vote, and you'll get my vote. Don't be pushing that motherfucking Weight Watchers on us stuff. And the Slim Fast. And look, my girlfriend Melissa, hey boo, they're always covering up for the police. Exactly. Like, make it make sense. Because when you say former, they know the trigger words to go for. Because former, most people would think, okay, well, it's been a while. Like, maybe he had been retired or something. No, it wasn't other fucking shit former about him. His ass was a sitting police officer.
I do wonder if he used any police resources to get. I mean, it's not like he was in this area, so he had to travel to the area. And I do wonder if he used any resources to like do any like background checks on anybody or anything like that within this girl's family. Like, I'd be curious to see if that comes out.
We'll see. Or will the story just all of a sudden go away like so many others?
I don't think that because this was like kind of like a breaking news story on our TVs, and we're nowhere near that. So like, this can't. Like, we need some answers on this.
Yeah, this is. I hope they don't cover it up. I really hope that they don't. We need, because trust me, if that little shit is happening, just think about all the worst shit that's going on behind the scenes that we know nothing about. I'm sure if we would sit there and like hear some stories, we would be fucking disgusted. And it's just, it's horrible. But let's lighten this place up a little bit. All right. What did I say? Well, we're going to start with, reality TV shows. Huh? So recently there was this thing started to trend on Twitter. There's a conversation building around VH1. And the question is, when it comes to reality TV, is the love affair over with the ratchet reality TV that VH1 offered up to us? So I guess I'll start since do I think it's over for VH1? And this is why I say it. Because VH1 can't give what Zeus gives.
That's
why.
It's funny you say that, because Zeus is for people who don't know what Zeus is, it's a paid network subscription. And they do like a bunch of reality TV shows. But the shows... I would say Love and Hip Hop is probably top tier worst, like, like ratchet reality TV show. That Love and Hip Hop probably round of that, right?
It was in the beginning of reality TV, the glory days.
Then you have these Zeus shows. Every single show is conflict fighting. And I don't mean just like arguing, throwing drinks, fighting. I mean like they're physically beating the hell out of each other. Like, it is, it's crazy. And it's men, it's women, it's families, it's a lot. And literally every single show on that network is built off of like, not just like drama, but like intense conflict. I recently started to watch, I don't watch Zeus because I'm not going to pay for that.
I can't. Again, if you ask me, it's one of the reasons why these youth, they're so highly
combative,
violent.
Yeah. I recently started to watch like Love and Hip Hop again, and I haven't watched it in years. And I recently started to watch it, and I'm like, okay, like this show actually isn't bad. It's not like terrible or nothing like that. They have their scenes and their moments or whatever. But I think based on what you just said, it is done. Like, I think those they're not aspirational anymore. And I think that you have like reality TV shows like the housewife shows on Bravo, which are kind of like top tier in regards to respect and stuff. And then you have Zeus, that's like low-key like bottom tier. And VH1 has kind of, and MTV too, truthfully, has kind of found themselves in the middle of all of that. And I think when people make their choices, they're going to go with what's the best or what's like the worst. I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a place for the VH1 shows anymore. Like, I don't know if people are checking for that. And truthfully, I really feel like Black people have gotten to a place where, like, we don't need to see ourselves like that all the time. Like, we want to
No.
see ourselves in a more positive light. I remember years ago, they were like, why is BET not the premier channel? BET should literally be everything. There should be cooking shows on BET, and there should be a CNN show on BET. Speaking of CNN, they are laying off over 1,000 people at CNN after deciding to showcase more right-wing content. Like, usually CNN like leans to the left. They've kind of leaned to the right a little bit, and now they're firing over 1,000 people because their ratings have tanked. I think that speaks volumes even in this conversation, because like, if we as Black people don't want to watch this stuff anymore, like, we're not going to do it. And when we start doing this stuff, these actors on these reality TV shows on VH1, they don't have jobs anymore. Like, we have to force them to change their content. And I really think that time is coming. Because who wants to watch Basketball Wives with no girls who are married to basketball players? If I'm gonna watch a show like Basketball Wives, I want to see Aisha Curry on there. You know what I mean? Like, and
you're gonna see somebody that dated one a few like years ago, and is not even a factor.
If I'm gonna watch that show, I want to watch the lifestyle. I want to watch you going to games and interacting with different women who actually also are married to basketball players. I want to know y'all struggle.
Exactly.
Like, not just the struggle of the groupies and stuff like that. How are y'all raising y'all kids in this world? And show us that. Show us Vanessa Bryant, like, how she's navigating her life as a basketball wife who lost her husband. Show us that. I don't want to.
Yes, the real stuff.
It's like, what am I seeing that for?
And I think maybe if they were, that is an angle, if they regrouped the type of women they went after and regrouped the stories that they wanted to tell, I think it could survive. Because if you really want to see the ratchet and like the chaos, although I don't agree with it, go to damn Zeus. Like, and that's another thing. I hate when people be like, oh, Zeus is Black owned. I don't give a fuck. I don't describe.
What does that mean?
Like, stop saying this.
It's Black owned, but it's Black owned, and it's detrimental to Black people. And I think that there is always this conversation. People don't want to see that. What do you mean? You think I don't want to see how Vanessa Bryant is living her life right now? You think I don't want to see that? We would all love to see like what's going on with her.
Well, I will say that Allie Kipper, hey baby, what you cooking tonight? What's on the menu? But I feel like Shawnee, she was like a genius behind the whole basketball wife thing, because I feel like she understood that the formula she had, it was understandable. Like, she knew that she would be the top name. I'm Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife. So you have to, I feel like how she staffed it was perfectly. Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, and you might have a couple of names that we might know, but then the other little side characters. But you notice Shawnee being at the top, she wasn't getting down off of her crown to fight in the mud, off of her what they sit on. She ain't taking her damn crown off to get in the mud with the damn pigs and roll around it.
Problem though, that right
yeah, I see it.
Of how she did it, great and genius for her, but terrible overall, because
for the brand.
Johnny put herself with a bunch of women who are beneath her, and problem, she should have casted herself with like-minded women. Why didn't that? Truthfully, I think that would have been a better show.
No, it would have been. I mean, I'm all for giving people their come up and like, all right, let's put some spotlight on here. And I'm all for, even if it's the girlfriends, because it's like, all right, let's see how you get to be the wife status.
Former girlfriends. They put former girlfriends in the show. God, these people are exhausting.
But that's the thing, because most of the real basketball wives, like the ones that are, like, you're not doing it for clout, the ones who care, like really care about their relationships, they're not getting on these fucking shows.
But I think they're not going to they're not doing these shows because of the perception of the shows. Like, why would I jump on this show with these girls jumping on tables, throwing bottles at each other? I don't want to be a part of that. But if you
just want the messy stuff,
you do the same type of show with women who have something to lose, women who like are about something. And I'm not saying these women are not about anything. I don't want to disrespect them, but you show what you show. But do the show with like-minded women. I can guarantee you there's going to be conflict. There's definitely going to be conflict in the show, conflict in marriages and stuff like that. But I really do feel like it'll be a more whole show. And I want us to do that.
Yeah, I would love that. I really hope Shawnee, somebody over there at VH1, we kind of connected. We know a few people. Come take a look at this. It couldn't survive, but you're going to have to restructure it because the adults want to watch that. Now we have a new outlet for the ratchets, which is Zeus. But the real adults, you can always go there for that. This is what I want to say.
And one last thing, Love and Hip Hop became popular because of our generation, like millennials now, right? We're in our upper 30s now. So you really think we want to watch the same thing that we were watching when we were 22 years old?
Grow with your audience. I'm proud of you, Dexter, for even going back. I tried. I really did try. It came up. I didn't realize that Love and Hip Hop was back on. Actually, basketball was. I didn't realize they were back. And I was like, okay, let me see. And they had a few of my favorites, Brooke, from back in the day, a couple of other ones. I said, all right, let me turn it on. It did nothing for me. You didn't rebrand. You didn't do anything. It's like just give them the same shit that we've been giving them for, 10 plus years at this point in time. It did nothing for me. So I had to move on.
I knew I had to get out of Love and Hip Hop when I was watching it, and they were showing a wedding scene, which I take marriage like very seriously. They were showing a wedding scene, and during the wedding, they were showing that somebody was texting one of the characters and saying like, oh, I have a baby by this guy who's getting married.
Get off of my TV with this shit.
Like, this is
Go away from me with this Apollo.
Yeah, you have to realize this is supposed to be real life. If this was a TV show, like a Tyler Perry type of show, let's do it. This is crazy. Yeah. But for this to be somebody's real life, I don't want nobody to see that and think that that's normal.
It's because it's not. And that's the problem. We're seeing it because the up and comers or the babies out on the street, we see the TikToks back then. We ain't have social media, so we could have been in that same situation. But now y'all see it on the TV. Y'all think it's cool. Let's go recreate it on TikTok. And next minute, you know, you're killing your friend in Mexico, and now your black ass is about to be extradited back to Mexico for her murder. Stop.
Because we are raising ourselves on conflict.
Please stop. A change and all we're asking, keep the conflict, have it, but we need balance. That's all. We just need balance. Let us know, let people know there is a other way, and it can still be interesting. Just cast it well. That's the problem. Y'all just be wanting throwaways, people who ain't that damn interesting. Get interesting characters on the damn show. It doesn't always have to be a damn fight.
And I guess I guess I'm available to do the show. I guess I can lead the show. Just put me on the show.
We're here.
Like, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Y'all really need somebody. I'll get out there.
Whatever.
I'll do it.
Like, I'll hold a peach for y'all. Let me do it.
But you only gonna do it if it's the center peach, right?
Well, look, I'm Shawnee O'Neal with the show.
You miss leaks. You don't do nothing outside the center.
The leader, like I'm in the middle.
Yes, and speaking of weddings, I guess what time is it really quick? Because you know how we be bumping them gums, child. Mr. Slim, what time is it, Mr. Slim Fast?
It's 7:10.
7:10. Okay, we're not too bad. All right, good. It's getting better in the timing. Okay, so speaking of weddings, let's get into it, and reality TV. Wedding etiquette.
Right, guys, we're gonna close off with wedding etiquette because there's a lot of things that have been going on. We're talking about reality TV show, and Portia Williams of the Real Housewives of Atlanta recently got married to her fiance Simon Gobadia.
Yeah, the rich African. But thank you, God. Come on, you came through. You see that giving the time checks. I love y'all. Go ahead.
They got married in a star-studded wedding in Atlanta. 2 star-studded weddings in Atlanta. The first night they had a traditional Nigerian one where they donned a Nigerian attire. And then the second one, they had an American one where, they wore like American clothes and stuff like that. From what I was reading, Portia wore 7 different dresses. Like, weddings be like 3 hours. You had a lot of, did you see your guests? You were changing 7 different times? Like, that is crazy. But she looked amazing.
You don't be tired? The bride and groom usually be tired afterward. Like, you
Portia said, "I got looks to give. I gotta do what I gotta do." But it was 7 looks split amongst 2 days, though. I think the first day,
Okay.
I think it was like 4, and then there was 3 Nigerian like outfits, and then 4 like traditional like wedding gowns. All were nice too. Like she looked really good.
Yeah, she did. She looked amazing. And the guests, most of the guests looked amazing. They threw it on. Wait, you know what? It's her wedding right on.
Yeah, but you know what though? I will say this. Portia had a wedding.
Yes.
Not a marriage. I don't think Portia, I don't know her. I don't know their situation like that, but from what I've seen, Portia had a wedding. and I think exactly what she wanted, a wedding and not a marriage.
Well, you always got to start the marriage with the wedding, but it's just the matter of if.
I think she planned a wedding. I think that's the only thing that's been planned in this situation is a wedding. I don't think the 2 of them are ready for a marriage. And I know they're celebrities, Latoya. We literally have watched, I don't know, Kate Middleton in England get married, and like we've watched people get married, right? And guess what? They ain't changed clothes 7 times, so like they didn't do all of this. I think Portia did the most because she can or whatever. I'm not mad at it, but if this don't last, this don't work out, I won't be.
Yeah. Now I always want to bring in positive vibes and happiness, and you wish everyone the best.
Yeah.
How this shit started out from what we know.
that is also kind of like, this man was already married when you met him. You met him on camera at him and his wife's house. Then y'all have a 2-day wedding, 7 different outfits. Like, Portia, this is a show for you. Like, this don't, whatever. I shouldn't comment on other people's marriages and stuff like that, but like, it just don't feel. It feels like a what?
Well, the issue I have, it's not even them. Go off, do you? It's the niggas in the comments. Go ahead, like.
Well, look.
You got your dream going off. What's wrong with y'all?
That's another thing too. I saw Portia, like housewife, Cynthia Bailey was at Portia's wedding, right? Portia's massive, huge wedding, and Cynthia was there. And I distinctively remember when this story broke about Portia taking that girl's husband, whatever, Cynthia was liking comments about how this is distasteful and stuff like that. Then she had a big wedding in the middle of COVID, and I don't even think they lasted a year. Or maybe they lasted a year, because it's 2022 now. Yeah, so
we decided to split ways.
Now,
y'all be doing it for the party of the year. And which is so stupid, just have a party. Why are you getting married then? Like, just have the motherfucking party and call it a day. It's not, marriage should be about the marriage, the journey. The party is a day. It's a day.
Speaking of marriage, though, and the wedding and the journey, Portia was there. We said she wore 7 outfits, right? But also her Real Housewife of Atlanta co-star, Nene Leakes, was there, and she had on the very interesting outfit. She had on a dress, and the dress, I don't know the material, but like it was essentially see-through. And she had on panties. You could see the panties, and she did not have on covers for her nipples, so her nipples were exposed in the dress at the wedding. Her hair was like really long or whatever, so she could cover it. And in some pictures it was covered, but in a lot of other pictures at the wedding, you could see through this lady's nipples. What did you think about that? Because y'all be getting mad when girls be wearing white to the wedding. This one had her, like, the nipples was out at the wedding. Like,
y'all was in the comments. Go up, you look good, mamas. Yes. I'm just going to say this. You show up to any event that I have like that, unless it's hedonism, where that attire is expected, be prepared to, in my white gown, to drag your ass out the stands. Because I don't give a who you are. What is wrong with y'all? The fact that, and you know what, Portia, Nene probably, and they'll say there's different rules in Atlanta, because there are, and things are, it's lit It's a good time. It's a situation down there, but that was disgusting. And here's the thing. I honestly feel as though Portia approved the look.
She posted it. Like, she posted the picture of it. Yeah, she approved it. It's like, she's fine with it. What's the problem?
Y'all motherfuckers need y'all heads examined. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because what the hell is going here? That is definitely should be the top rule of the etiquette. I hope the kids were at the reception like that was, and I don't even give a damn if you wore that as an outfit change to the reception, which if you the motherfucking guest, what you changing up outfits for? Bitch, this ain't your day, this my day. But I mean, to each their own, but it's disgusting. Like, what, we don't have no kind of cool out here? Like, I mean, the bitches is already showing up to, bitches and dudes showing up to funerals with damn jeans on and shit and a hooker dress. Like, what? Going to hell in a handbasket. I really feel like an old lady. I have arrived. Like, because what the hell is this?
I'm kind of okay with jeans at a funeral.
No.
I think I'm okay with jeans at a funeral.
No.
So
and you know me, I don't like that. I'm one of them people, I be looking for the churches that got the dress down one. But this, you're sending somebody off. You can't.
I think you're coming from a mindset of like sending someone off who is an elder. Like, I think today these kids are sending people off who are like 14 years old. Like I know that, like, it sounds like, you know, when you go to a funeral, you got to dress a certain way. But, like, these kids literally are, like, they don't have the clothes. They don't do this stuff. They're 14, 15, 16 years old. They shouldn't even be at this funeral. This funeral shouldn't even be existing right now. Like, nobody should be burying 14 and 15 and 16-year-olds, but like they are. This is where we are in society. And I don't think a lot of these people have the clothes that they should be having. And I don't think that they know like to dress this way to go to certain events.
This is some bullshit. Google it. We got the power. The world is at your fucking fingertips. What is going on in these households? I'm just the type, when I went as a kid going to find your first damn job.
Do you really want to talk about funeral attire? I'm just kidding.
And viewing attire are two different things.
Oh, wait, you train a child as they should go. Come on, Dex. No, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I do agree. I agree, but I'm just telling you, like, we're looking at a lot of parents don't have control over their kids either, though. So a parent might say to a child, like, hey, I want you to put on a shirt, put on a tie to go to this funeral. Yeah. The kid is going to go how they see fit. Some of these parents are burying their children in jeans and in that they wear on a regular. I think it's just a comfort level for these kids.
Yeah, but that's not okay, because here's the thing. I grew up with a certain type of training. There are certain situations that you put on a little something more for. You don't just, like a job interview. I mean, if I want a job that leads into a career, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to show the fuck up with my Jordans on and my jeans and my flannel hipster shirt buttoned up and like, hey, boss, yeah, I'm trying to get the job. Well, do you? Because how the fuck you walked in here, I can't tell that you want it.
Now, let me actually, your grandma would have a fit, actually. She would.
Come on, cousin.
If you were invited to a wedding, right? Like, and you paid to go to the wedding, and I want you guys to weigh in on this too. If you were invited, you pay everything for the wedding. It's a destination wedding. You pay for everything. The wedding is 2 months away or whatever. It's time to get ready to go, and you get a message from somebody in the wedding party, like, hey, the bride and groom want to make sure that you are aware that they're not covering meals. So we're asking for a certain amount of money to cover the plates, cover your plate. How do you feel?
Well, you know, we touched on this in the past. I think it is, and I know you're trying to stay away from this word, tacky, distasteful, whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, again, you're throwing on this occasion for yourself. I think that there is protocol. And again, we were talking about this earlier, a quick Google search. They say either a gift or money, But even if you do, usually I stay the fuck away from the gift unless I know it's a brand new couple
And
starting out.
Who said that? Because this whole money thing is like, y'all
Because,
made that.
that's why it's to help cover the cost of the plate. So it's basically to say it without saying it, protocol. So you don't have to say it. That's why you bring the envelope full of money. Now, if if it's $500 per plate, who told you to get food that costs that much?
Okay, so I actually am the opposite. I think that if I had friends or family members who invited me to a wedding and they were like, hey, we need you to pay, I would not like for you to tell me that after I've already booked my trip, because I like to budget everything out. But if I'm invited to this wedding, I know I obviously love you. You obviously love me. I got you. Like, I'm going to do it. And the main reason I feel that way is because like I had a destination wedding. And like, sure, like it was all built into it or whatever, but like, y'all pay for y'all's food. Y'all pay for y'all food. Y'all pay for y'all drinks. Y'all pay for y'all stay. So like,
and that's fine, because you would have done that on vacation anyway. So that I'm fine with that. I got a vacation I can celebrate with my friends.
Yeah, but you literally did it for a wedding, and you enjoy your time and stuff like that. But you did it for a wedding, and I just feel like we're a little too hard on couples sometimes who are getting married. Like, if a person is like, look, I just need y'all to do this. Yeah, I got you. Like, I'm gonna do it. I don't hit me with no $200, $300 charge or whatever. But like, you know, okay, I'll pay for the plate. It's not traditional to me, but I got you. I'm gonna pay for the plate.
Yes,
and I'll give you a gift because like I feel like you need it. Like you're in a space where this is a necessity for you at this point.
I would rather you say, and I've been to weddings where they have been like, I'm like, oh, well, where's your registry? And what they have said, you know what, we're good on that, but we are requesting, we would like nice little envelope. Heat of my heart. I get that. Like, okay, I was like, oh, I never heard that, but I was like, all right, cool, because you were going to get that anyway. So now I know I ain't got to buy a gift on top of that. I'm good to go.
Now that I think is the T word. Like, don't ask for money. Like make a wedding registry, put the wedding registry together, and people can decide based on their budget what they could afford to do. The idea of giving somebody some money to cover a plate for an event that they decided to have is crazy as hell to me. To say kind of money.
I guess in my mind, I've already and this is just mine. I go into any situation like I've already. Of course, that's what you do. And I guess it's just a change of a mindset for people. If that's not the norm, I don't know what kind of weddings you're always going to.
I would be more offended if you expected me to come in and give you some money to pay for my plate versus you just asked me to pay for my plate. Just ask me to pay for the plate.
You don't really say it's for the plate. It's to help the couple off get the couple started with some coinage, but really, it's for the plate to recoup some of the funds because weddings are expensive as fuck. Well, depending on, especially if we're going away.
Weddings are also choices too. You chose to have you didn't have to do this. You chose to do this. I don't really believe I got to give nobody no money for nothing. If I want to do it, I'll do it. Give me your registry. I'll decide if I like some off your registry. And if I don't like them, maybe I'll give you some.
Well, that's the thing. But what if there isn't a registry?
Well, then you might not want to gift them.
Because usually that's how the conversation starts. I'm like, oh, well, where's the registry? And they were like, oh, well, we don't have one because we're set. Like, thank you guys. But
then good.
We would like to have a little something if you choose to give this.
No. I'll see you at the wedding. You don't have a registry. You don't want no gift. Thank you. I'll see you at the wedding.
But also this turned into like, the real premise of like what we've gotten so far removed from what real weddings are about. It's really just like a celebration of like close family and friends. A lot of times it was the whole village back in the day would show up. There would be food. Everybody spread like shared with each other. It's time to get together and just have fun. I'm just going to say this. If I ever get married, nobody has it. Because I'm one of those people. I chose to put this on. Yes, I would like you to come. If you give me money or a gift, you can't come in here empty-handed. Give me something. Shit, I would like something if I have a registry. I'm just saying what it is. Shit, you show up to somebody's house without a gift? You go to a dinner party and you bring a bottle of wine. It's just common courtesy, and you're trying to help the new couple celebrate them, get started. So morally, you shouldn't feel comfortable with going to something empty-handed. That's just how I was raised.
I'm a gift giver. I'm gonna give you a gift, but I'm gonna give you a gift that I want to give you. You're not gonna pressure me into giving you no.
You're not gonna come in here with a $20 fucking gift at this $30,000 wedding. It's gonna be a problem.
So I have to now up the price that I'm willing to spend on you and your husband because you decided to have. So if you went to the Justice of the Peace and I came there to witness you, I got to give you a gift for that too.
No, that's Justice of the Peace. I mean, it's like you should bring something. Yeah, she should, especially if we're going out to dinner afterward, which I do like this idea too. So say it's a very small, and I've seen, usually the very wealthy will do this. They'll keep it very small, and I've seen them go to a restaurant with their small bridal party, and usually in that moment, the bride and groom, like, that's the gift. We made reservations. Y'all don't have to pay for shit. Or, well, when you got it like that, they probably don't have, rich people don't have these arguments. This is very broke discussions right here. Because when them checks cash, they be like, this ain't even a thing. But I just look at it like, when you show up, you've been invited somewhere, you're a guest, you bring something, rather it's a bottle of something, just some type of token of appreciation. And most people, because this is the culture that we're in today, they focus so much on the fucking wedding that a lot of people are sitting up there, I don't want to say in debt, but after the fact, they're like, well, damn, don't checking up bank accounts. We will help the couple out with something. Just help them.
That right there. And this is why when I do weddings, like I do what I want to do for them. Like usually I would shop off their registry. And then lately I've been bullied into giving people money. So I just do that because that's what people said they want or whatever. But don't have an expectation. And people always get mad like, oh, the people didn't get me gifts, this, that, and the third or whatever. If you can't afford the wedding that you want to have, then don't have it. Nobody needs to set the couple up to do anything afterwards. If people don't have it or they don't do it, then they don't do it. And my wedding, I mean, well, you know, my people are really good people. Like, everybody bless them. I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you.
But it wasn't an expectation for me. Like, the fact that people are coming to my wedding was enough for me. And
but you have good people surrounding you. That's the difference. So we're also talking about your friend group. So here's the thing: the weddings I go to, I don't have to worry about this shit. But this is not a problem for me in any wedding that I have ever been to. And guess what? It won't be a problem for me in any wedding that I'll go to in the future. Because thank you. Because when this shit, I start seeing how shit is. I'm good. Thank you, but no thanks. And I will, even especially if I got the invite, I will still give you a gift. How about that? But I will not be in the premise having these arguments.
Alex Kipper just said something else, and this is one thing that I would never do. I would never be a part of this. If I didn't like something that you were doing, I had an issue with how you were moving leading up to your wedding, I'm very comfortable and secure with saying I'm not gonna go, because I'm not gonna sit in a place where I'm supposed to be happy for you and be pissed at you. I'm not gonna do it. I can't.
And miserable.
It's not fair to you.
Because here's the thing. Pissed at you, but you could just imagine, because usually if this person is like this, a lot of drama, just think of all the motherfuckers that's going to be there. This is their world. This is their this is their cosmos. Like, this is them. So if I'm dealing with this from you, I got to deal with your auntie, your uncle, your ratchet ass little cousins. There's something going on. So guess what? I just don't need to be in that space. Here is your gift, well wishes, all of that good stuff.
Or like you're feeling this kind of way. I'm feeling like real like disrespected that you're asking me to do this or expecting this and doing all this stuff like this. I know I'm not the only one. So your aunts and your cousins and everybody else that are there, they're probably feeling the same exact way and just waiting on somebody to say it, and we'll all just sit around and talk about the bride and groom who we just celebrated getting married. I don't want to be a part of that.
We're done. Please leave. So I guess I will say this for some people. Like, I guess if you have to start having those little intricate like things like that and you're second guessing, like, oh, do you think this will be a problem? Take your ass down to the Justice of the Peace, because you can't. To me, that just clearly says you cannot afford this. And I'm just the type, like, when I do it, because we're going to speak it into existence, it's going to happen. Like, I'm even the type to go as far as I don't want my bride, like anybody in my bridal party, like, or like the groomsmen, we got it. Like, we got the dress, it, like, we have it. The shit, we have it. Because I just want people to have a good time. And especially if it's destination. We got it. Don't worry about it. I'm not going through the back and forth with people. Now, trust me, depending on, look, you see, she's planning to be very rich and very wealthy.
No comment.
That ain't your steez, but that's me. I got it because I'm not going back and forth. And here's the funny thing. You operate like that, you ain't got no complaints. And if you really got a complaint, I'm telling you, all you got to do is show the fuck up. That's it.
I am not paying for shit. I am not paying for my groomsmen or I'm not paying for my groomsmen and my bridesmaids to have dresses. I'm not paying y'all way to get to Dexico. I'm not paying none of that. You're going to come. I'm going to let you know how much this stuff costs. You let me know if you want to do it or not. I'm asking you, do you want to be a part of this? You say yes or you say no. Because what makes you so special that I'm gonna pay for an outfit for you, then I gotta go get married and then expect other people to give me gift? Get the hell out of here. Toy, you better not do that. No.
That's all because look at what we're talking about, what weddings have fucking become.
Toy,
look at what
I'm telling you, I'm not.
And you don't even have to have that many people because when I do it, when I'm saying pay, it ain't no big Willie. It ain't gonna be a lot of motherfuckers in my bro. Two for you tops, two for me tops. That's it. First of all, why you got all the motherfucking people? Why you know all these people? Are they gonna be in this marriage with us?
So,
no,
like,
two and two. That's it.
Right? Like, I bought them a gift, right? The gift that I bought them was literally the same amount of money that their suit probably cost. Get them a very nice gift to thank them for doing everything for you. But these people are volunteering to do this stuff for you because they care about you and they love you. I'm not allowing you to pay for your bridesmaids and grooms tuxes and dresses. It's not going to happen.
Wait, you're not allowing them to pay for 30 plus people?
To do it. It's not going to happen.
Of how many people?
I don't care if you have one person. When you say, oh, I'm getting married, I'm going to talk to your husband. I'm going to say, y'all can't do this. This is crazy.
12. No, but see, and that's the thing, because I look at hopefully the person that I'm with, we will have the, like, I focus, I'm a natural host. Like, I love being in the room and I just want people to have a good time, carefree, no stress. You did. You know how sometimes your cousins be acting.
Look.
And look, and here's another thing you got to worry about: the people who, and this is another thing I think is really fucked up. Them people who are like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the wedding. We got 12 people on each side. So, but all the way, y'all gotta wear Louboutins and you gotta get your dress from here and this and that. I think that's bullshit. I want to make it easy for people. So I'm like, just come up, have a good time. And if I'm making, especially if you're in the bridal party, if I'm making it that easy for you, you should want to go off of me because you haven't had to spend money on your own shit. So that gift that you present in the bridal suite after, that should be amazing for me. Thank you. And I think people would want to give even more. Like, damn. You covering this? Oh, we got to turn up for your ass. I'm just one of those people. I'm a natural. Like, I want everybody.
I'm telling you, the people are still going to do that for you. I'm telling you, you have the people in your life. They're not going to mind doing it. Like, they're going to be honored to pay for their dress.
Somebody said they always want you to buy shoes and shit that you'll never wear again. That's another thing. One of my girlfriend's weddings I was in. And I loved her. This is my girlfriend, Tia. I love her to death. She was not one of them plate people. All right, this is the color. Here's the swatch. Go on out there and make it do what it do. I will find my dress somewhere else. Just show up at this time. These are the colors. Get whatever style you want. Just make it cohesive. It should be a flowy type of feel. Where in summer, this is the color. Go. I love those type of people. I love it.
I'm not. Like, I'm literally not, like, greedy at all. Like literally, I asked the guy. I've been in plenty of weddings. Like, I know the protocol. Like, these people are asking you to be in their wedding. Like, you're their friend. you're gonna rent your suit, buy your suit or whatever. You have the option to do one or the other. You do it. Literally, I had 7 groomsmen, and I bought them all a gift, and it wasn't a cheap gift either. I respect my friends. My friends respect me. We took care of each other. I mean, I don't know. We took care of each other. Like, I took care of what I needed to take care of for them. They did the same thing for me, and it was all good. And with the girls, like the stuff that they were wearing and stuff like that, the shoes and stuff, very practical. They can still wear them if they want to now. And the dresses, too.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to, I had to put my TV back on because I don't know what time it is. Okay, we went long. Not like, it wasn't too crazy.
We're good now. I think we did
a really good. But let's just say this. When it comes to wedding season, because as we're going into the new year, guys, can you just please remember it's a marriage?
And also stop.
We're here for the marriage. Don't put all this unnecessary pressure on yourselves and everybody else in the party. Remember what it's about, the marriage. It's the party is a day. It's a marriage. So we love this, but this ain't enough. This ain't conversation for people's throat to get hot.
Except if you pay for those people's stuff. Like, then my throat's coming.
No, stop it. Because listen, just like I said, we speaking big things into existence over here. So let's just say that 7 niggas where? No, like I said, 2 for you. 2 for me.
It was really,
and we gonna have a good time. The guests, y'all gonna come have a good time. But this party, yeah, don't worry about it. Especially if I wanted to look a certain way. I got it. Don't worry, bitches. I'll buy you Louboutins. Don't worry. And guess what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna have you to get the Louboutins that you can wear outside of this. And guess what? The dress I'm gonna have you have. You can wear that on date night or something like that. You can wear it again. It's not going to scream wedding. So I got y'all. But do know that bridal gift, it better be popping. I'm just saying
and
now.
If it's not, you got to be okay with it. If it's not, well, I did it because I love you, girl, so much. Yeah, okay.
Why? You know how many girls, we got to get this bitch a Louis Vuitton bag. I've been struggling, trying to find out how you gonna pay for a bridal gift. Out your motherfucking mind. But guys, thank y'all so much for joining us in our hiatus, our unscheduled hiatus. We'll say this. You guys will get us for all of December. Yeah. We might take it after the new year. Next week, check the podcast, Minimum Balance podcast, we're going to have a guest on. Her name is Whitney, and she's the creator of You Can Masterpiece. If you guys have checked out my stories from time to time, you see I often post her stuff because it's just a vibe. So eventually reached out to her, said, girl, I need you on our show. Because I need to see, like, where did all this goodness come from? So looking forward to that. She gives out positive affirmations, and she's a self-love coach. So looking forward to catching up on that conversation with her on next week. The podcast will be available either Monday or Tuesday, and we will be back next Wednesday for all new live. I love y'all so much. Y'all really pulled up and y'all stayed. We rock with y'all. We love y'all and y'all love us. All right, everybody. We love you, YouTubers. We're back. Be ready for that new episode. It's coming right now. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, please do us a solid and make that happen. Chocolate Divinity is where you can find it for right now. All right. Love you guys, and we will see you next week. Bye. Dexter will be back next week with more letters.
Wait. Before we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Our following, it may be small, but we are mighty.
Mighty.
You guys have a good week.
Have a good one, y'all. Bye.